You know, each song has its own history, and if we didn't release a song at its time, there was always a certain reason for it. For example, just like I wrote on the website also, some songs, for example, they were so important for the history of Lacrimosa and for the development of Lacrimosa. They were like, you know, supporting columns, supporting pillars in the house of art of that time, and we couldn't just, you know, tear them out of that, because then everything would have crashed, so we had to leave them in there. Then in the following years we kept on building on our house of art, and Lacrimosa got bigger and bigger, artistically wise, and therefore we didn't need those supporting columns, these supporting pillars anymore, because the structure was self-supporting nowadays, and or became self-supporting. And so now we could tear out those supporting pillars, because now the building is not collapsing. So those are, you know, different story. Each song has a different story, a different reason why I didn't release it before. And in the booklet of the new album, I wrote to every song, I wrote the story of each song and a reason why I didn't release it, and the importance of the song to the history of Lacrimosa. So when you have the CD, then you can read about those songs and why we never released them. Well, it's the 20th anniversary, and of course I wanted to release something, but you know, many bands release a best of album, but I thought it's useless, because a best of album is for people who don't know the songs actually, because otherwise they wouldn't need a best of album. So I wanted to do an album for those people who care about Lacrimosa, who know the songs. So people were asking me over the years always why I didn't release all those songs which I didn't include to a regular album. So I thought it would be a nice, you know, present to the fans, whom we have to thank for the 20 years, because without the people buying our albums, without the people coming to the concerts, we wouldn't celebrate now this 20th anniversary. So I thought it would be a nice present to, you know, release those songs and to share also those kind of shadow songs from Lacrimosa with our audience. When I created the band, I actually just wanted to do a music tape. I don't know if you guys know that. It's what we used to have 20 years ago to listen to music. There weren't any kind of CDs or MP3 players or stuff like that. Anyway, I just wanted to do this music tape to spread it among some DJs, and of course I never expected Lacrimosa to develop in this amazing way, and yeah, well, and nowadays I'm, of course, what can I say? I mean, I feel wonderful about this development, and when, you know, each artist, just the same if he's a writer, a composer, or a painter, or whatever, he wants to share his art with people, with the audience, and I got to do this. I got the chance. And that makes me so thankful. Because as a musician I developed, and you know, I see music as a huge playground with a lot of toys and a lot of things to discover, and you know, all those toys are different music styles, different directions, and you know, I don't want to sit just in one corner playing with one toy. I want to play with everything. So it's music is like a language, and it needs different forms of expression, and I want to use them. When I think about composers, for example, Johann Sebastian Bach, when he composed, he didn't know anything about the dynamics, for example. That time dynamics weren't invented. The instruments weren't able to play dynamics. For example, a piano didn't exist that time. Piano actually was called piano forte because it could play quiet and loud, piano and forte. So this is, he didn't know this. So when he wanted to compose for, when he wanted to do a forte, then he had to write for many musicians, and the piano was for writing for only a few musicians. If he would have had chance to compose in the way we can compose nowadays, knowing so many different music styles, he would have done it. So therefore, I don't want to, restrict myself only to one music style. I want to express myself in music, and music is so much more than just one style. Well, no, I'm not planning to stop. Sorry, but I can't imagine a life without Lacrimosa, because Lacrimosa is such a big part of my life, and I wanna discover so much more still. I wanna compose. Well, I hope I'll be around for some time still, and I hope to see you guys then also in the future.
Da gibt es mehr zu sehen. Da gibt es mehr zu sehen. Ich geh die Stufen hinab und werd mich nicht umdrehen. Da gibt es mehr zu sehen. Da gibt es mehr zu sehen. Ich geh die Stufen hinab und werd mich nicht umdrehen.